What is up, you smexy individuals? My name is Birdman778 and welcome to the Godfall video. Today, I'm showing off my favorite Valor plate, and this is Aegishorn. Now, if you want to see all these Valor plates being shown off, make sure you're checking out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Birdman778. Probably one of the best places to see anything new in Godfall, since I'm pretty much constantly covering anything in the game. But also make sure you're getting up to date on my Twitter, twitter.com/Birdman778 for any updates on the channel or just updates on me in general, bad memes, stuff like that. Also, make sure you're giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel for more Godfall videos. So let's get right on in. So the big thing about Aegishorn is the fact that his Archon Fury ability is whenever he activates it, call 3 Spirit Warriors that aid you in battle. These Spirit Warriors will actually be a lot of help because they'll help draw aggro, kind of adding to the fact that Aegishorn is a tanky style character. His main effect is you take 5% less damage, which again adds that tankiness, and during your Archon ability, you and nearby allies take 30% less damage, and whenever you are hit, you shoot 3 projectiles that deal 20 physical damage to nearby enemies. Now, obviously, the more that you have your physical damage up higher, your might, the better off you're going to be. This is really helpful just all around for gameplay. Mine, I have Dracul's Legacy on with crit chance, crit damage to bleeding enemies, and extra crit chance. This is really nice just because I get that Blessing of Luck, my northern technique, and the infusion on the southern. The weapon all around just synergizes really well. I have a Twin Omen. Whenever I do a light attack, there's a chance to summon Earth Orb that will do earth damage to enemies. Also great because it has Soul Shatter buildup, weapon technique, and weapon technique charge. This is good for more of those like heavy hitting attacks that we're looking for, but mainly going to be using just the Draculs. I have an Amulet of the Betrayer. This will essentially, whenever I hit 0 health, it will make me invulnerable for a bunch of seconds and give me a chance to activate my Life Stone to kind of gain some health. I'm using an Ash Meteorite. Whenever I hit a weak point, I shoot a projectile dealing 2800 physical damage. The physical damage character doing a lot of physical damage is great. An Amorite Band. Whenever I parry an enemy, gain 35% weapon technique charge speed for 10 seconds, and your next weapon technique attack deals 37% more damage with weapon technique charge speed, rampage bonus, and weapon technique damage. This all around is just a near perfect ring to have for pretty much any character. I'm using a Dawnlord Signet with whenever you defeat an enemy with a takedown, they explode, dealing physical damage and chance to inflict bleed with takedown damage, Archon Fury charge speed, Archon Fury damage, and physical damage. And Anchor's Tear, Archon's Tear, I don't know what I said Anchors. Archon's Tear with 37% crit chance, 130% crit hit damage with weak point, longsword, and crit chance. And then finally a Mace's Bandolier with crit chance, shield damage, and takedown damage. Now, the character itself can tank pretty much anything, so there's really no need or worry about pretty much anything with this. So this is kind of the gear. Let's look at our constellation, see how that helps. So here in our constellation, having it set up in kind of a certain way that really helps you out all around. First off, Entropy. It's going to shoot out physical projectiles whenever I activate my Archon Fury. Super helpful to help kind of stack on with those ones we're already going to be doing. With physical damage, shield damage, and more physical damage, it's just going to help out all your swords and different weapons as well that just do physical damage altogether. Have Force Barrier. While above 50% overhealth, your attacks cannot be interrupted. Right now, with him, you do so much of that as is. The overhealth, that is just super helpful. It really helps you out all around. Presence of Mind, 1% resistances for every 30 vitality on adjacent augments. So since we have vitality there and there, it's going to stack up really nice, give us an extra 9% resistances with physical resistance, void resistance, and damage to breached enemies. A Sacred Flame with adjacent augments, grant additional 70% might, which is super nice with Soul Shatter and weapon technique and polarity. A Paradise with 20% weapon technique charge speed for 10 seconds whenever you hit a critical with weapon technique. A Typhoon, apply marker weakness to nearby enemies whenever you breach an enemy with void resistance. Godspeed, 22% weapon technique whenever you parry an enemy with bleeding damage. A Rift with 30% damage for each ailment on an enemy with physical resistance. And then Divine Conduit with 50% Archon whenever you are hit with damage to ignited enemies. Now obviously this one we want to change around, but I just don't have one that works out as well. But pretty much we're just trying to get ourselves to be this true tank, have all these resistances that allow us to live just that much longer. Now let's check out our skill tree and see how that helps out. So for this trait, kind of making all these go in a certain synergizing way to kind of just add on to our tankiness. Weapon Technique max, Soul Shatter max, Crit Chance max, Spirit max, Resistance max, Archon Fury max, Critical Hit Damage max, Max Might. Almost going to max out Rampage, that's where my next point's going to go to. Polarity, Breach, All Stats, Takedown, and Weak Points. Now, I only have 2 points into Finesse just because I don't think it's that useful. I think the first 2 are needed. After that, there's no real point in adding on to it. But all these together really do help out that tankiness of the character. Well, thank you so much to everybody for watching the video today. The love so far for Godfall has been so amazing, whether it's been here on YouTube or on my Twitch channel. It's been really awesome also to get to kind of play some co-op with some friends like Chadley99 and Garwood. They've been kind of my main duo going through some of the Tower of Trial stuff and some of the Dreamstones. They're essentially playing with them is why I started playing Aegishorn, other than just the hype I had already had from seeing some of the gameplay early on. But he ends up being this amazing co-op character who can essentially do a lot of the aggro and tanking that a group should have, especially with his Archon Fury and the fact that it spawns those extra spirits that assist you and draw aggro, and the fact that you can essentially just kind of take so much damage without really having to worry about your teammates having to be inflicted with that. I would say one big thing with the game, there's been a lot of like kind of weird reviews with it so far, just from the story alone. I would say come into Godfall for the end game, for the gameplay itself, rather than the story. I would say that's where it really shines. I've had the most fun ever just doing co-op with friends, or just like doing Tower of Trials on my own, kind of just like farming for that gear. It gives me that Borderlands style feel that I really love, while at the same time having something fresh and new with this looter slasher esque-ness. But again, definitely recommend picking this up. You can find it on PlayStation 5 and or on the Epic Games Store. I'm on PC, so if you ever see me, shoot me a friend request and let's get some games in. But guys, again, thank you so much for your love and support today. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great night, day, or whatever it may be, and stays Mexy.